Afternoon, sweeties. This is the class of language. You need your language book and you need your language notebook. In your language book, you're going to search for page 18 and for page 19. This is the reading part, and we're going to learn about learning disabilities. You need to read all the page 18 and all the page 19. And we're going to discuss the text. The topic for today it is learning styles. Remember, always copy the information that it is in the poster. In your language notebook, you will write this information because these are the topics for the second portion. So, learning styles. Do you remember when we are in classes? Sometimes I was speaking to you, and some of you was kind of boring, was kind of, I'm not interested in class. But sometimes when I use an audio, you was kind of motivated. Sometimes when I put a song, sometimes when I draw, you was motivated. Or sometimes when we stand up and we start to jump and we start to do things like performing a band, you was really motivated. Why? Why sometimes when I was talking, you was kind of boring, and sometimes when I put audios, when I draw pictures, when I make exercise with you, why you are more motivated to learn? That is because exists learning styles. And we have different learning styles. Exists for learning styles. And exists an acronym for that. And the acronym it is BARC. B for visual. A for auditory. R for reading, write. And K for kinesthetic. BARC. Remember, I was this acronym. BARC. Okay, I will explain to you each one. We have the B for visual. What is that? Some people, when are in class, prefer something visual. For example, if I am explaining to you and I will talking, maybe you will be kind of boring. But maybe if I have a marker and I start. So, this is the planet, and here is a cloud. For example, this is just an example. Maybe you will be more motivated because your learning style is visual. Or maybe you prefer to watch a video about animals instead my explanation because you are more visual. You prefer videos, you prefer pictures, you prefer mind maps like the reading mind map. You prefer something you can see with your eyes. You learn in that way. You are a visual learner. So maybe this is your learning style. Some people are visual learners. Prefer pictures, videos, and draws to learn something. If this is your learning style, for example, the topic for the partial maybe are the 6 kingdoms of life in the class of science. So if your learning style it is visual, I recommend you to watch a video on YouTube about 6 kingdoms of life because you will watch picture in the videos and maybe you will learn better in that way. But there are other people that are auditory. They prefer explanation. And what is that? Explain to me. They prefer to hear the teacher explaining. They prefer that. Or they prefer sounds. For example, I am teaching you new vocabulary. But maybe you are an auditory learner. A for auditory. So you will prefer to learn that vocabulary in a song because that is more fun for you to hear the song with that vocabulary. So you are an auditory learner because you prefer explanation, you prefer songs, and also when you are an auditory learner, you like to participate in class. I ask you something and you raise your hand and you tell me, I know the answer, because you like to participate, you like to speak, you like to listen to others. So if you like to speak and listen to others, your learning style is auditory. But exists other people that prefer read books and write. R for read and write. And this is my learning style because I prefer to read books and after may write kind of conceptual not like this or like this, because when I write, after read something, I write the most important things. I do it in mind maps or I do it in summaries in my notebook. And when I am writing, I learn a lot, or when I am reading, because this is my learning style, read and write. I prefer read and write. This kind of people learn more reading the books. If this is your learning style, you can start reading your books. For example, if you don't understand what I explained in the video, you can go to the book. Oh, I don't understand nothing about learning style because the teacher doesn't explain well. So I am on reading writer learner, so I will take my book. I will start to read the page 18 and 19, and I will write a summary about it. Because you are a read and write learner. And next is the last one, that it is kinesthetic. What is a kinesthetic? I will give you an example. You have a classmate, and his name is Joseph. Joseph is a kind of person that wants to move around the classroom, want to be stand up, and he wants to move because he is a kinesthetic learner. He prefers to move around the classroom and he prefers to do the things. For example, they prefer classes like physical education because you are jumping, you are running, you are getting fun. This is the kinesthetic style. When you hands-on learning experience. For example, I tell you how to elaborate a mind map. Maybe I will explain you. For a mind map, you need to draw this and you need to write this. But maybe you won't learn with my explanation. You need to do it. No, I will do it. What I do? I do this and I do the other. You need to do it to learn. If you're kinesthetic, you need to do that things. You need to move around. You need to be active. So let's make a feedback about learning styles. The acronym for the learning styles are BARC. V for visual, when you prefer pictures and videos and draws. A for auditory, when you prefer sounds, audios, explanations. R for reading write, when you prefer read books and writing summaries and write mind maps and everything like that. Or in K for kinesthetics, when you hands-on learning experience. So now I have a question for you. What is your learning style? You will choose the learning style that it is related to you. For example, I prefer when the teacher draw. So you are a visual learner. Or maybe, no, I prefer when the teacher put audios. So you are an auditor. Or maybe you say, no, I prefer the class of reading. So you are reading right. Or maybe you say, no, I prefer physical education. I like to move. So you are kinesthetic. Your homework will be write on your notebook what is your learning style. You can choose 1, 2, or 3. And you will explain why. For example, you will write, my learning style is visual. Because when the teacher is explaining something, I prefer to watch videos and the teacher's draws, for example. So you will explain to me why you think that is your learning style and you're not. So this is the class for today. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, also your homework is read page 18 and page 19. Remember, that is your homework. So this is the class for today. Thank you so much. Goodbye.